Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the Deepvue tutorial. Today we'll be talking about a very useful data point, and that is relative volume. We also have a run rate variation, and essentially what this is it tells you what volume run rate is happening during the day, how is volume compared to normal, and we have a 20-day variation, also a 50-day variation, and then you can see it either as a percentage value or as a factor value. So let me talk through more what exactly we're discussing here. So first things first, here is my data columns here. I've got both the relative volume 20-day, which is the factor variation of this, and then the run rate, which expresses the same data point, but as a percentage of normal volume. 100% here would mean that volume is pretty much normal. 200% here, 211% means that volume for this stock, SMTC today, was about twice the normal average volume. You can see that we've experienced some pretty high volume. This recently broke out. And even today we had very, very high volume, about twice the normal amount. NVIDIA, about average. Here with Tesla, about average again, a little bit higher. Coin, a little bit higher as well compared to the average over the past 20 days. GEV, about average. VST, a little bit higher than usual. And yeah, that's pretty much what this factor, or actually this percentage represents, while the relative volume 20-day indicator is the same exact data point, just expressed as a factor. So again, AVGO, normal average volume at that instant in time would be about 1. This is 0.99, MSCR 1.24. So this is kind of multiplying the average volume and then showing what the volume currently is compared to that average. So why is this useful? Well, even when the market just opens, or in the first 5 minutes or first 10 minutes, this allows you to see how volume is compared to how it normally is at that instant in time. If there's a big earnings gap or a big breakout and volume is just coming in, it's huge, you're going to see enormous values in terms of both the factor variation as well as the percentage amount. Often on breakouts, the best ones that really trend and start moves, we see well over 150% in terms of run rate, well over 1.5 in terms of the relative volume variation of the data point. So that's why it's helpful. It can kind of add conviction to a breakout or to a move, and it just tells you that volume is coming a lot faster than normal or a lot less than normal, because sometimes within a base, if we go to SMTC, right before a breakout or right here in tightness, we might want to see lower than average relative volume. So, if there's a very tight day, it's a tight inside day near the, up the right-hand side of a mature base, that can tell you that, hey, maybe I should look out for the next day for a potential breakout. So that's how you might use it in real time. It's really useful during the morning when obviously you don't know what the final volume total is going to be, but you want to see if volume is running higher than normal. This data point allows you to do that. Here in Deepvue, you're able to put it in your data column. So during the day, you can go ahead and sort that from highest to lowest, click it again, lowest to highest, or click it again to close it. So that's helpful in the morning to kind of sort in real time what stocks on a screen or a focus list are running the hottest in terms of volume, or on a per stock basis. You can also add it to your data panel here. So here you can see this is my preset. I've got an actionable data points right here at the top, and I've got run rate 20-day right here, percent change from the open, the low of the day. So these are the top 3 data points for me in terms of acting on a stock. Because one, I get to determine, how is volume running versus normal using this data point. Then I can see how much the stock has come from the open. So is it actually pushing from the open? That's very important. And then I often place my stop just below the low of the day. So that's why I like to have that value just readily available, so I can quickly enter it into my brokerage stop loss order. So that's a quick run through of setting it up in your data panel. And obviously to add that, if we'd go ahead and go to this user panel, what you want to do is click this gear icon, then search for relative volume. Here you've got the 20-day variation. Here we've got the 50 variation. They're the same type of calculation, just this takes into account the past 20 days of history to train the model, And this takes into account the past 50 days to train that same type of model. So this is how you would just go at it. And you can see we've got the 20-day, the 50 variation as well. And that's basically how you add those data points. And this is the factor here, as you can see. You might be able to tell that there is this purple dot when the RV 20-day is over 150%. And that is just to highlight that, it's over that threshold that signifies pretty high volume. And we highlight run rates over 150% with a blue color, as you can see from these two data points right here. So that's a quick run through of the data columns, the adding it to your data panel as well. Now, the last piece of the puzzle is if you want to scan for big breakouts at the end of the day or during the day, whatever you want to do, you can use it as a screen filter. So here we've got my gaps and strong moves preset, which you can find along with all the other top trader presets in here. Go over to screen presets, top traders, and you can scroll through, or you could just search for my name or anybody's name, and then you can load that right up. Then if you click edit filter, you can see that the run rate is one of the conditions here. So this allows me, even at the beginning of the day, to look for stocks that are gapping up above 5% or just making a big move on the day over 10% and have a run rate that's extremely, extremely large, twice the average volume at that instant of time. This allows me to scan intraday for those big movers that can make big moves off the open as well. So that's a quick example of a screen. So just to summarize, relative volume and run rate are the same data point, just one is expressed as a factor of average volume and the other is expressed as a percentage of average volume. So 200% would mean double the normal. Normal would be 100%. This is about double. This is about 150% of average. And here, of course, you've got the factor variations. You can add this in your data columns. You can sort by it. You can add it to your data panel for quick access. You can also always go to the presets if you don't want to set up your own. Let me go find mine right here. There you go. So here it is right there for you. And we have a 20-day as well as 50-day variation. So depending on if you prefer, a little bit shorter of time, which I do, to train the model since average volume can kind of fluctuate, or if you want a more smoothed out view, you can use the 50-day variation. So thanks so much for watching. If you're new to Deepvue or just are interested in checking us out, we do have a special offer for people who are looking to trial Deepvue, 2 months for $39. The link to that is down below in the description. Definitely recommend checking it out. And other than that, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please leave a like down below if you did. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let us know in the comments any feedback for us, any other topics that you'd like us to cover. And we'll see you guys in future videos. Take care. Bye.